Welcome back, friends. Now that we know about if else statements, multiple if statements, nested if else statements, today we are going to see about switch case statement, which is basically a replacement of a multiple if statement. Switch case statements are basically used to replace multiple if blocks, and it is a cleaner structure if you write a code, and it is also recommended to not write multiple if blocks, rather write switch case statements. So let's get started. First of all, we are going to see about the syntax of switch case statement. So I have declared one variable named year with value 2020, and to write a switch case statement you just have to use switch keyword, then provide the parenthesis, and inside that parenthesis you will pass the expression or whatever value or parameter you wanted to evaluate based on some conditions. Then you have to provide the curly braces or code block, and then you have to write your case statements. So whatever you write inside this parenthesis will be compared with this case values. So to write a case you just have to use case keyword and then provide your comparison value or evaluated value, and then colon, and whatever statements you want to perform or whatever actions or code you want to execute, you have to write it here, and then this break keyword or statement is necessary to break this switch case entirely. So that is the use of break here, and this year will be evaluated based on this value. Let us see more case statements. So I have added two more case statements here, 2020 and 2021. I have written very simple strings as a console.log, and I have provided break statements at each level of case statement. And also we can provide a default case here. So if any of the condition is not met, this default will be executed. So you can compare this as a else part of your if else condition. So let us see this in action. Node basics and switch case.js, then enter. Year is 2020 right now. So as we know, I have stored year as 2020, so it is checking first 2019, then it doesn't match or it returns false. That's why it goes to another case statement, and it is true, evaluated true. Then it prints this code block. Then this break statement is executed. Break statement is to break the current execution context, and it jumps off this block and comes out of that switch case. So let me show you one more example. If I remove this break statement here, and then we will see what happens. So I'm running this again. So as you can see, it is printing two different lines. Here is 2020 because that condition was matched and evaluated to true. Then it printed this line. Then it again goes to the next case block without checking the condition. Once any of the case block is executed or case statement is executed, then it will not check any other case condition, and it will execute all the case statements. So after writing this line, it breaks out of this switch case and ends the switch case statement. But let me show you one more thing. If I remove this break line here as well, so it will print a default line as well with the two other lines. So that is why this break statement is very important whenever you write a switch case statements. And this is a optional part, default case. You can remove this as well. So let us just run again. So yes, it is printing 2020, but let's say I'm changing this year to 22, then we can see it in action. So nothing has been printed now because any of the conditions has been not met, and we don't have any default statement right now. So let me change or add this default value here. So I have added the default case and I am saving this. And after running, as you can see, it is printing default case. So my year is 2022 and any of this condition is not met. That's why it has executed the default case. That is all for switch case statements in JavaScript. We'll see you in the next video. Thank you.